Sempre ṣe pẹ̀lú ìsìnlá ní kápálẹ̀ ìgbà. Gbàdúrà láti ṣe lórí iṣẹ́ ìgbà wọn ṣáájú ìgbà.
Cherry, no, mo ti ẹ wá láìkẹ Cherry kìíní tẹ̀sẹ̀ ń sọ ẹ̀ dùdùdù mo fẹ́ máa gbọ́ no ẹ má strike ẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ play náà ni but. Gbẹgbẹ dùn. Hello. 2, 3.
That is our second AP. That is Femi Adebayo's wife. Thanks so much for visiting us to say.
Wow, your verses there, I want to say they too very they play a lot. It's in told you now.
YouTube removed it.
Okay, this split from YouTube. They went to use a sound that was copyrighted.
It will come back after. And that's it.
Okay, I get it. Shaggy. Yeah, Shaggy. It's your No, it's YouTube.
It will come back, don't. It's come back.
Okay, I think we'll just move on from here, but let's give them a round of applause.
Oh, let's finish it.
Come back.
You want to watch?
Yes, he's already telling the story. Everything is to say, we're watching it already.
Where can we find this BTS? Exactly. Let's find it on your Instagram or YouTube.
On my YouTube page.
Okay, on the YouTube channel. Thank you so much. And we see the amount of thought and the intention that went into putting a film like this together. I mean, why did you decide to take up a project like this? And well done again.
Thank you very much. First and foremost, permit me to just give a special recognition to Tade Leader, Uncle Tade. Thank you very much. Uncle Tade. So after this movie, he started calling me Obao Amuli. You know, my first lead character was his movie, Oblo. 1995, 96. That was my first character, and he made me play a thief in that film. So I told him he trained me to be a thief. All right, so thank you very much, everybody, for coming around. And Akeshikole, King of Thieves. Well, like I said some days back when I was here for another session, my intention was actually to address who the real thieves in Nigeria are, and in a very unique way. That is showcasing the beauty of Yoruba culture. So I asked myself, Talo in Nigeria. You know, and I felt like it has always been my dream to have a very big, epic movie. I've, acted in so many epic movies. It's not mine. I've been called as an actor on those projects, but I know they were not done properly. The moment it's a language film, we feel it's limited. Yes. Investing in this movie was a risk for me as well. But I was bent on doing it. I was ready, whether I was going to gain or I was going to lose. But I was going to satisfy myself, fulfilling that promise that I must, produce a film that will showcase the beauty of Yoruba culture. And that was what I did. And luckily, it came out well. And honestly, like I said some days back, I funded this project myself. So now I'm glad that streamers are coming up. They want epic originals. As I speak with you, like I said, I'm working on another project that's going to be bigger than this. We started filming. I came from location for the session. We've been filming for the past 10 days. We have about another 30 days to spend on that project.
30 days?
Yeah, it's going to be a 40 days shoot.
Wow.
It must be bigger. And like you all saw this, you can see that it's a lot of work. Different from the usual move from the living room to another living room or the clubhouse or the bedroom, It's a lot of work, of risk, that river, we must pass through that river to get to the...
What you've done is give us hope, as a people. You're showing possibilities, But to people who think this may just be a fluke and they want to stick to the regular stories and maybe not venture into language stories, what do you have to say? Do you think the world is ready for these kinds of stories?
I think the fact has spoken for itself. Yeah, you should know the world is ready. We have many success stories. Not only Agashikoli, Anikulapo is one.
Yes,
You know, and that is to tell you that.
Yes,
You know, and that is to tell you that. Of course, our indigenous story will be appreciated. You know, of course, our indigenous story will be appreciated. You know, so like I said, the streamers are very, very willing, you know, to have epic originals. Shouldn't be in Yoruba language only. We have other languages in Nigeria, so I can tell you, you can never be wrong doing your own thing. You can never be wrong. You know, somebody made a reference to Woman's King the last session. Fine, that is our story. You know, but I believe if I have the resources to shoot the same story, I'll do it better.
That's preach.
Yeah.
That is actually just spot on. The theme for AFRIFF this year is Indigenous for Global. Now, for this one, for King of Thieves, you did not do it with the streamers in mind. You didn't do it, or did you do it with streamers in mind?
Not at all.
Okay.
Sincerely, when I was trying to do this film, I can ask me, I don't know where the film is going. I don't even, for me, I was skeptical. Would this be appreciated and, you know, accepted at the cinemas? My answer was actually no. But I said, okay, I know the people of Oyo, Ondo, or Osun, some part of Lagos will not disappoint me. So when I went to the distributor, I said, just give me dates in those areas. You know, I was only praying. I hope Netflix, at some point in time, I was saying, should Netflix demand by Yoruba film? You know, and somebody said to me, just do it well. At the same time, I saw a colleague said, Femi, why are you wasting money on Yoruba film? Yeah. And I said, okay, so when Film One saw the film and they were like, this is gold. I said, what is gold? So I met Nii Hansel, and he said, Femi, I'm telling you, I don't think there will be any movie that would beat this movie this year. I said, Nii Shon Shereni. Then, and we started. You know, put everything together, and I was shocked when Ageshkole left the cinema with 322 million.
Come on.
A language film. Non-festive period. In fact, we were at the cinemas during Ramadan. I said, wala day. So, this is to tell you that, trust me, just do indigenous stories very well. Don't be scared of your language. Don't be shy to promote that culture that you have. Trust me, that so many people want to learn new things, what they don't know before. If you do it rightly, I'm telling you to fly. I told Kunle the last time, okay, Anikulapo was the second language film Kunle, produced. And I said it to his face that I'm so sure you're smiling on Anikulapo more than any of the film that you have produced. So you can never be wrong doing your thing.
That's great. So now that you've done King of Thieves and you said you're working on one, in fact, getting you here, please can we just give him a round of applause? Because he's actually coming from vacation. When we talked to your somebody from your team, they said you were on the train back to Lagos. Thank you for your time and commitment to AFRIFF this year. So is there any part of you now that is, this has opened doors clearly for the international market. Is that affecting how you are working on your next project? I think my question is, were there any concerns or are there any concerns with this one now about how they will be received by the international market? Is it influencing any of the choices you are making?
Yes, it is actually, but influencing in a positive way. You know, now that I see that I'm having more international acceptability. I tend to do more research, and do more better. You understand? I shot Ageshkole for just 3 weeks.
40 days.
This one is 40 days. So I never can tell. And I have decided, to hone that space of that epic storytelling.
Fantastic.
That every year I must come out with a blockbuster talking about epic movies.
Fantastic. So that deserves a round of applause.
As I'm sitting, I don't keep beards ordinarily, not to this extent. So this is a makeup. This is preparing, for the next project.
Right.
And I bet you. Honestly speaking, as I'm sitting right here, I just have to be here. Respecting AFRIFF and of course other content creators. You need to watch out for the next project.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm going to quickly shock everybody sitting right here.
Shock us, please.
I'm going to shock you. And this shock is for you to be prepared for what you're going to see by His grace next year, April. All right. So if I remove this cap right here, you see what is on my head, you know that we aren't joking. You ready to say?
Yes! It's okay.
You ready to say?
No, keep it. No, don't worry.
I should not bother.
Don't bother. Let's leave
You
it.
want to say?
No.
If you're not ready to see, close your eyes. All we are ready to see, we're ready to see.
See cameras.
Oh.
Okay, so this is it. All for the next project.
Wow.
It's a lot of work and sacrifices. Trust me. Yeah.
Okay, I'm slightly speechless right now. But again, this is just showing the level of commitment you have to the craft, and well done for that. So you grew up around film, right? You grew up in that space, but how much have you grown on your own, separate from the accomplishments of Oga Bello, who you grew up? Who is your dad?
Well, God has been so good, Casting my mind back to the very first film that I remember that I did, aside when I was used as a baby props, a living props. I think I should be counting some 37 years back, 1985 to be precise, and I still continue to get tutelage. I was talking to Uncle Tadi that you must be on this project before I finish this project. You must come to Oyo. And that is to say that we're still learning. So I've acquired a lot on my own, but trust me, I haven't stopped. And that is what this industry is all about. It's a creative industry, and there's no matter how good you are, you can't be perfect. So it should be a teamwork. The teamwork and collaboration matters a lot. So for me, I've done a lot on my own, but I think there's still much opportunity for me to learn more.
So people usually look at respected professionals in the industry and ask questions like, oh, how do you help the young filmmakers? How are you opening doors for people? You are now in fact, you've walked through some big doors. What are you doing to support the young filmmakers coming behind?
Just like I asked how much well, I have a school of performing arts, and
do we know of his school for performing arts?
Okay, I have J15 School of Performing Arts. All these projects, it's produced by Euphoria Media 360, yeah. And I think what we all want as creative minds is a platform, And just like Alma said, we're lucky now, the social media platform is open to all. Unlike when we started, there was no social media platform. We go for auditions. So I actually went for this audition. The audition took almost 2 weeks, it was a lot of time, So we have a school, we create a platform for upcoming actors, and we encourage them. The school has been in existence for over 12 years and has graduated over 800 students. And quite a number of them are doing fantastically well. Most of them come to the school because they want to be actors, but they eventually graduate being either a sound recordist, being a script supervisor, and I'm glad quite a number of them work with Mnet and other big projects now.
Oh, fantastic. Well done, well done. So what keeps you going in an industry like this? Because not all your films have had this kind of success. In fact, this is like
Sure.
your first film that's having, this is the highest
The
success,
biggest,
the
yes.
biggest success you've attained. What has kept you going all those years with the ones that did not really make it, the ones that did not really sell?
It's just the passion, trust me. And I think that is in almost everybody seated right here, the passion. I was still speaking with Uncle Daddy. He told me, because when I went for his film, I was here to get admission into the university, and he asked me, what do you want to study? I said, law. He said, Baba, you're just I said, I want to become a lawyer, you know. And I went to school to study law. I was called to the Nigerian bar, but I came back to this, you know. And at some point in time, I wanted to force myself into that law. I went to, you know, have my master's in law, but I came back to this. So when those films weren't as successful as King of Thieves, the only thing that kept me good was the passion. I'm happy doing it, and I believe that if you have that, then you can never be wrong.
Okay, thank you. That's a good one. I have a question here that I feel like I know the answer, but I'm still going to ask. It is, what is the highlight of your career so far? What's the highest point of your career so far? And after this, we'll open it up to the audience for questions.
It actually is yet to come.
So far.
Well, trust me, I will just say, oh, so far. We're getting recognition as an advisor to His Excellency, and for me, it's a major highlight because I was recognized based on the success of my career to come and advise the governor on the development of art, culture, and tourism of my state. So I feel, because I'm not a politician, you know, and I was identified to do that particular work, you know, and to God be the glory, I think I was able to do that. Yeah.
Congratulations on that appointment.
Thank you. Well, I'm done serving.
Oh, okay.
Not present. Though.
But you can go back if they call you back now.
Maybe to be the governor.
To be the...
Yes, now.
Oh yeah, exactly. You're now a politician.
Some kind of.
Okay. Do we have questions in the audience? I see a hand there. I see 2 hands, 3. Okay, let's start with the man in black with the gold.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Alain David. I'm an animator. So, my question is, King of Thieves being your biggest blockbuster movie, and it's not that your previous stories or movies aren't good, you understand? So, but King of Boys really beats
King of Thieves.
King of Thieves really beats the
Raise the bar.
Raise the bar, yeah. So I just want to ask what's changed, as in what's that thing you did? What's that thing? Is it the
What I
story?
did
Is
to
it the quality?
make it that special.
Yeah, no, that make it hits that bar. You understand? That thing. So you
That
understand?
thing. That thing.
That kind of
Well, that thing I don't know. But what I know that I did, you know, that I've not done for many movies that I've produced is not doing it well like I did for King of Thieves. So doing well in terms of technicalities, in terms of the costumes, in terms of, you know, every department, I ensured that it was detailed. That cost me a fortune. So I know I was in for serious business, unlike our usual.
You've made the fortune back now.
He
He said it cost him a fortune to be that detailed.
So that was the thing that I did. I did it. I knew I did it better than others. You know, when you're doing some things and you know, oh, I did do this well. I should have done it better. Okay, that was what I did. Trust me.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. My name is Joy Ibeni. So for me, what caught me for King of Thieves is the sound. So I want to ask, did you plan the sound before the shooting, or just that's a question?
Okay. So the journey of that sound is a little bit longer than even the post production. Trust me, that sound that you're appreciating now is my third attempt. Yeah, the first one, they didn't get it right. Most of them are used to contemporary music and other blah blah. You know, I attempted the second one. It was the guy is there. Listening to it, you know, I was like, wow, you know. So luckily, I met these guys from Handhill Studios, Tolu, you know, and Tolu said, Emma, I'll finish it. And he just told me, if Tolu says no problem, then there's actually no problem. So